Hey everyone, it's good to see you. I am here today from my new office. I shared a couple weeks ago, I think, that I was moving, and I'm here now. And so you can see behind me, it's a very white wall. I am not finished decorating and setting up, but I do have things put together. So it feels really nice to be in this new space, and yeah, I'm really, really loving it. So I'm so excited to keep you posted on decorating and things like that in here and just making it a really nice space for clients that I work with. So on that note, anyway, wanted to share a little bit with you today about Stress Awareness Month. So, I am super passionate about stress and anxiety, and I really want to just put out a lot of really good information for people this month about stress. So we can look forward to over the coming weeks are lots of posts. I'm going to do some live videos and put out tips for people on various topics related to managing stress that I think everybody can relate to because the truth is there's a big difference between stress and anxiety, and it happens to be one of the biggest questions that I get from people, and something that I have to talk a lot about with others is that there is a difference. And even though there's a lot of similarities, um, the difference is important to understand because for those who do struggle with anxiety, that is a big part of, I feel like, a stigma for them is that many people feel like they know anxiety because they've had stress or worries in their life. And so they feel like they understand it when really it's very different than suffering with an anxiety disorder. And so I'm just going to talk briefly about that today to help you understand the difference. I'm not going to spend too much time on here today because I know everybody's got busy lives. So stress is basically a normal physiological reaction that we have to a threat. We have all experienced this, and it is something our bodies are naturally designed to do to protect us. If you've ever heard of the fight, flight, or freeze response, it is the physiological changes that happen in our body when we perceive a threat. And so it's our heart racing, it is sweating, it is muscle tension, it is all of those changes that happen that help protect us. So it's our bodies just doing our job in that moment. So, we go through stressors in life, and they can be things like you could have a really stressful project at work, or, all the tasks of parenting. It could be a transition in your life, like a move, or it could be something very chronic, like dealing with a severe illness yourself or with a family member. And so these all things have varying degrees of stress that it puts on your body and on your mind and really affects your well-being overall. But it's important to know that that's very different than having an anxiety disorder. People who have an anxiety disorder experience those kind of physical symptoms and stressors and worries, but the difference is that a lot of the times they're having these reactions outside of just normal stress, out of normal day-to-day stress. And so they're having like these maybe irrational or illogical thoughts about something. There's many different when there's really no threat there. And it's so severe to the point that it's really affecting their functioning, whether that's with their relationships, their friendships, their ability to go to work or school. And so it's really taking a toll. And I just hear so much that the clients that I work with feel very much like people don't understand their anxiety and tell them to just suck it up, and it's all in your head, and just get over it because they themselves have experienced anxiety or stress, and so they think they can relate. So they're just giving, with good intentions, they're giving advice that's just not very helpful. So I just wanted to point out that difference, that anxiety and stress are very different. Everybody can experience some, periods of anxiety or worry at times, but it's very different from those who are truly plagued by it. So again, I want to this month really focus on stress because it's something that everybody can really benefit from. I think I read today somewhere like 8 in 10 Americans are suffering from stress. It did not quote a particular research article, so I have no idea how, where that came from or how accurate that really is. But I'm guessing that that's probably pretty spot on. So um, we just are all facing a lot of stress, and so there's a lot of things that we can do to take control of that. And why, you might be asking? Well, there's a lot of good reasons. Again, one is reducing the stigma for mental health, because having chronic stress can lead to a mental health disorder, but also can just affect your overall happiness in your life. It's important to reduce stress so that you're not experiencing pain and suffering, and you are able to live a life you want to live. It also, high stress leads to inflammation in your body and some chronic medical conditions too. So and we all deserve to feel at our best. So I want to share some tips with you throughout the month. If you have ideas of things you want to hear from me about, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know. Some of the topics I have in mind so far are, things like what you can eat, movement, sleep. So let me know if there's some other things that you're curious about when it comes to reducing stress. All right, that's it today. Stay tuned for more from me this month. Bye, everyone.